Good morning, Rick. How are you?
Good morning, Mark, and good morning, everybody. I'm good. How are you this Saturday morning?
I'm fabulous. Now, I know you've had about 90 minutes sleep.
Yeah, well, I kind of did sleep. Then I told you we had to push back the show a little bit because I need to sleep a little bit more. But yeah, I was out at a big event last night, and I'm going to a big event tonight. Very
Oh,
social.
can you see me winking? Yeah, big event. Uh-huh. Oh, yeah. You're like the did you have you seen the show Looking, the gay show?
No, I read a lot about it though.
I really like it, but that's what you were up to. I know that.
Mark, I'm not that way. You think I got all that because I'm so beautiful and handsome and strong and all that, but I'm not.
And you're like going great for an old man. For
I am.
you're going to be
I'm not
50.
like I'm not like that man that just died the other day with a 132-pound scrotum that used to wear a hoodie.
Oh, Rick, don't bring that. Oh my
Oh,
God.
did you see that? He used to have a
No, but
hoodie.
I don't want to see it. I don't want to read about it.
He wore a hoodie for his pair of pants. He died at 49 years old, same age as me,
Oh, because he had
132.
cancer. He had
No,
something horrible.
I don't know what it was. It was $1 million operation to remove the 200 pounds of it or whatever it was. And then he still didn't make it. But anyway, new subject and welcome to Cafe
Cafe B. That's the
B.
first new subject. We are now Cafe B. We were Cafe Blab, but I was never crazy about the word blab. But I could not think of anything else. I thought of Cafe What, which I really liked, but there's a very famous Cafe Wah in New York City, so I didn't want to confuse anybody. And so we went with Cafe Blab a while ago, but I was never crazy about it. And then when we text, it's like, what are we going to talk about on Cafe B? And I said, oh, Cafe B, perfect. So it's
Boop,
it's
boop, boop.
it's like this. It's like Studio B. It's Cafe B. And as of today, we are offering. This is a promotional thing, totally legitimate. We are offering $1 million
Oh my
to
gosh, Mark.
anyone, to the person who correctly guesses what the B stands for. Now, don't tell them, Rick. Don't tip it.
But I want the $1 million. Of course I'm going to
No, you
say.
can't. Half of you got to pay half of it. You check out my
OMG.
hat, my today's hat, this week's hat. Can you see it?
OMG. I haven't seen that in a long time. Into the Outdoors. I love it.
Yes. So folks know that is the children's program, ages 9 to 12, that you and I co-created about. Oh my God, it's 15 years because my mom was not long after my mom died, but
Right, right.
15 years, 15 Emmys, whatever. It's won like a shitload of Emmys. I have one on my shelf because I only did the show for 2 years. But it was our thing, man. We did it. We made a difference, right?
I love the hat. So yeah, $1 million. Just tell us what the B means, and there you go. Right,
Yes. Now who's
Mark.
who's?
I wait. I really don't think you can put that offer out there like that.
Of course I can.
A
They have
million
to,
dollar.
Rick. They have to guess what the B stands for. You and I know what it stands for.
It's $1 million. Someone's gonna guess what the B stands for.
Ah, we shall see. We shall
Well,
see.
when your bitchy attitude comes out later about Facebook, they will certainly know what that B
It's
stands
not
for.
a bitchy attitude, Rick. You want me to start with that then?
Yeah, sure. Let's hit it.
Since you mentioned Facebook, I did a Facebook cleanse this morning. I took 5 days off of Facebook 2 weeks ago because I was a social media addict, and I had to confront that addiction in my life. Always reaching. You see them. We're everywhere. You see us walking down the street. We can't walk down the street without looking at the goddamn iPhone or Android. It's like constantly being sucked into all of this stuff. And I said, I gotta stop, man. I got a novel to write. I got all kinds of projects. They need my attention.
Hmm.
This does not need my attention. So I stopped for 5 days. Cold turkey, man. Cold turkey. Sweating. I smelled horrible, but I made it through, and I felt a lot better. And then I said, I'm doing a cleanse. I'm doing a Facebook cleanse. Everybody wants to hear about it, see about it. I just put up a video this morning on our YouTube channel.
Oh, you did. I can't wait to see it.
Yes, the
Good.
Facebook cleanse, how it works. And what I said to myself was, this is the criteria. Anybody can do it. Who among all of these friends, these people on my Facebook page, who would come to my memorial or at least send an e-card? That was it. So I
An
went
e
through,
card.
no, really, because people, I can't ask too much. I wouldn't have any of them. I would have no Facebook friends if I went too far with it. But it's like, who's going to come to my memorial? Who's going to send an e-card? At least. And then I just got rid of everybody else. So I went from 114, which is like humiliating. I have to admit that though. But I'm 114 to 93. I'm down to 93 Facebook friends, Rick. And a few of those, as I say on the video, I kept because they might buy my book. They might be worth some kind of career
Some
connection.
marketing value there. I get it. Yeah,
So
there's some value.
eventually, I'm going to get really honest because you have to do this like in increments. Eventually, I'm just going to say, I'm going to end up with about 30 to 40 people that I want. Eventually, it's going to be people I would define to you as a stranger as my friend. So, did the Facebook cleanse?
You know,
Rick, it felt like
I
taking a
like-
crap after 2 weeks. It's fabulous.
I like it. A couple comments there, and I'm gonna since the bell hasn't rung yet. I agree with you. That's nice to hear, Mark, that it worked for you. It's better than the coffee enema, But let me tell you what's good about that, because I believe Facebook's heading down I think we're going to predict it here on Cafe B that it's going to see its decline. I think so many people have given it up for Lent. So what about chocolate? So what about alcohol? Let's give up Facebook. And I'm finding, and those that I'm touching base with personally, not via Facebook, that it's working for them. The truth is, I have very few people in my 1,000 friends on Facebook, so my cleanse may take a little longer.
1,000 friends?
Yeah, I really do. But you hear it on the street. People are like, "Oh, I know you. You're my Facebook friend." I've never met the person. All of a sudden, I meet him in real life. So my point is this: people are, number one, going to find out they don't really need it. Number two, who really reaches out to you just via Facebook? If I want to reach a good friend, a true friend like you, Mark, I will text you. I will call you. I'll reach you via email. And number three, here's the deal. This whole thing this week I'll try not to move. Are you cracking your neck?
It's my head.
Mark Zuckerman, what's his name?
I can't.
Zuckerfucker.
My nemesis.
Your nemesis, Mr. Zuckerfucker, as you called him the other day. He posted an ad ripping into our president for not moving fast enough with NSA improvements, saying, "How dare you take advantage of the information of my 1.2 billion users?" And in the letter, on the right-hand side of the letter, you see targeted Facebook ads. So you know what? You already bent me over and fucked me, Mark. Who cares if the president does for a good reason?
Well,
I'm over it.
Not only that, but I wasn't aware of the details. And what you just said to me, I imagine the real reason he's pissed is because they're not paying him for it. The NSA is not paying him. Right. And I'm going to end it on this because we can't go on too long on one topic. But you and I both have Facebook pages, fan pages. LGBTSR Twine has a page. This has been going on for at least 2 years now, where they choke off the number of people who see your updates. I had 4,000. We have 4,100 likes on LGBT Senior, and I paid for them when I launched that page 2 years ago. I paid $10 a day for a month to get it out there and get it seen. I paid for those. And then now, when we oh my God, don't lose me. When we post something, it might go to 50 people. That's it.
I know.
And
You're right.
Me, and the only way to get it to the people who already liked your page, pay up, baby. $30, $40, $60, and we'll get it to 10,000 people. I'm not paying this motherfucker another dime. And eventually I'm going to shut the page down because I'm not wasting my time on, it's an illusion. It's an illusion. The only purpose it serves, and I'm going to just put it out there, is so that when you go to the lgbtsr.org site, you see a little Facebook like box that says 40. That's the only purpose it serves. No other purpose. And I think Facebook is a scam, and I wish someone would start an unfriending revolution, and I'm trying.
Okay, so we're seeing it all happen and unfold right here on Cafe B, folks. I do want to point out, Mark, and I like that, but one last thing, and then the bell's ready because we need someone's attention in the cafe. Need a refill on our coffee and tea. But on the contrary, though, the gentleman from Microsoft came out this week and said he's totally in support of the government doing it. Microsoft, as you all may recall, was the first company that really participated in finding out more about the NSA. And he said Snowden is no hero. Snowden shouldn't have done what he did. And I will say this, we're using his technology, Skype, right now. So let's hope I'm going to put a plug out there for the Microsoft people and fuck Facebook. Your turn.
I will, but I am glad that you're hanging out with me since you got 1,000 friends, man. I'm really humbled that you would be mine. It's your turn. I did the Facebook thing.
Oh, yeah, my turn. Yesterday, National Pie Day, as in P.I. Day, National Potato Chip Day, the end of National Chocolate Week. What the hell? I can't keep up with it. I always try to find what's going on. I own a restaurant, so I want to see it's National Grilled Cheese Day, National Onion Makes Your Bad Breath Day. I can't believe all these things. National Pie Day, P.I. I couldn't believe it. So I'm just saying, I'm over it. But what is coming up this week, though, and I think it's legit, happy St. Pat's Day, everybody. And that means
I'm Scottish. Go ahead. No, I'm just saying, I don't want people to confuse me.
Well, McNease, yes, there might be some confusion there. You're absolutely right. But it's Shamrock, Return of the Shamrock Shake, folks. Listen, every location, it took since 1970, Mark, when the Shamrock Shake was founded, it took till 2012 to have full compliance at every McDonald's. So now you can go into McDonald's in New York City, where you and Frank are. It wasn't until 2010 that all the McDonald's had a Shamrock Shake. It took 40 years. But now you can go. All 14,000 locations have a Shamrock Shake this time of year. And even beyond this time of year, you can go to shamrockshake.com and kind of track where they are in the country and find out where they're still serving them. I think it's pretty cool. I love the Shamrock Shake. Do you?
Um, I haven't had one, but it sounds really good. I might
You
have
have
one.
never had one. That's
No,
because you
but
live
I
in New
might
York City.
today.
Oh
But I
my God.
before the
You're trying
bell.
to lose weight.
No,
I know.
I've lost 11 pounds. You can see it in my face. Listen, on this National Stuff Day, because this is
Hmm.
fascinating. A couple years ago, there's a weather reporter on one of the channels, and every day he would go like, it's chocolate chip muffin day, or it's this that,
Exactly.
and I got so
Exactly.
annoyed with it. I thought, where is this stuff coming from? And I researched it, and there's a couple, not with all of it, but a lot of this stuff. There's a couple who started this a number of years ago, and they have a website, and they invent these things. They invent these things, and then
Seriously?
yes, and then they put them out. It's a straight couple. I don't know how you would find them, but I found them because I researched it, and they have like they didn't. I can't say they copyrighted it, but they manufacture this shit, and then all of these newscasters all over the country are going, "It's Green Water Thumb Day," and I'm
No.
like,
National Pie Day.
I get so
Uh,
tired of being treated like I'm really low intelligence. But that's the world we live in. So that's my thing.
Well, I have a Shamrock Shake. Actually, it was Shamrock Shake that created the McDonald houses back in 1973, and something happened around the Shamrock Shake and the Philadelphia Eagle guy and all that stuff. But new subject, but I'm going to take it before you do. What's this going on in Boston? Did you see the mayor of Boston is refusing to march in the parade this year for St. Patty's Day because they're still not allowing gay organizations in. And as a matter of fact, for the first time ever, Sam Adams has decided to pull their sponsorship and not participate in the parade this year because of that. So that's what's going on in Boston. Your topic.
No, in New York too. De Blasio is not
But
marching. The
yeah,
city council's not marching.
that's right. Was that for this same kind of parade thing?
Absolutely. New York is really where it's more famous for than Boston because the the Irish queer organization here has been protesting for years because they won't
Wow.
let them march. So, but we have an inclusive parade in Queens and they march there.
Of course, because it's called Queens. Your topic.
My topic, and I'm looking at the clock here, so I'm not gonna go with the social media treats us like we're total idiots thing that I was gonna talk about. I'm gonna talk about Obamacare briefly because I was reading in the Washington Post today. Can you believe I read things like that?
I
But
love it.
the Washington Post.
No, I love that
I
you
did
read
not say
like
the
you're
Huffington
smart.
Post, Rick. I said
Owned by
The
Amazon.com.
Washington Post.
Brought to you by Amazon.com, the Washington Post, yes.
Well, they should give me a newspaper. I buy all their stuff. I constantly buy from
I'm a
Amazon.
prime customer, yes.
But oh, it's Prime's going up to $99, folks.
I saw the email. I know.
I'm keeping it too, though. But for me, it doesn't go up till 2016. Anyways, here's the deal. Obamacare, yes, millennials are abandoning Obama like in droves, and it's partly because they're very fickle. They've got they've got to get in with WhatsApp. They got to get whatever crap is going on there that they got to do, so they're not sticking around. But they're not buying into Obamacare in the numbers they need to in order to sustain the system. And my thing with that's an aside. Really, what I wanted to briefly talk about was the marriage penalty because I was, venting about that the other day. Had I remained single, Frank and I have been married since August. Had I remained single and I left my job to be a entrepreneur, because that's the words that Obama and Nancy Pelosi kept using. If I wanted to be an entrepreneur and start my own business, why, gosh, I could get health care for $100 a month. And oh, that's so exciting. So I bought into that. And then I got married.
Mm.
And once you're married, your income, your combined income is taken as one. So I'm married to a man with an income that will always exceed the limit. I'm not saying he's rich, but the limit's not that high.
Right,
Um,
right.
as a single person with the job I have, I make too much for a subsidy. But were I to leave, I could make $300 a month and not be eligible for a subsidy because I'm married.
Wow.
And I
Wow.
think, and I don't know if I've said fuck yet on the podcast, but I'm going to say it. I think that is fucked up.
Fucked up.
And Obamacare, I realized, and it's okay because I'm a single payer. I believe in single payer system. That's what I want. So this is not about me turning conservative. But Obamacare is about extending the access to health insurance to masses of people who can't afford it. Okay, that's great. But don't fuck me. Don't screw me.
Uh-huh.
That's why we need a single payer system because otherwise it plays into these class resentments. And I don't want to hear any more about entrepreneurship, man, because I don't consider it Frank's responsibility to pay for my insurance, and he's not going to, which means that I'm going to be sitting at that office cubicle until I either retire or come up with a business plan that's going to pull in, $400 a month to pay my insurance premium. So no more about the entrepreneurial shit. It's not about that. It's about giving health care to poor people and low income people. That is what Obamacare is about.
That is the core of what it's about. No, that's interesting. And, I saw Dan Savage was here in Shreveport and listened to him speak for 2 hours and kind of playing on what you just said. You know what I love about this, Mark? You are now fighting the same fight that straight married couples are. So we're on the same playing field now. Gay married couples, straight married couples are no longer gay versus straight. You're married couples working together for what's right. So I really like that.
Dig it. You'll close us out. Go.
Lady Gaga, she's back. Big week for Lady Gaga.
The effects, Rick, you're high tech. I love this.
Well, it was just a hand job. It was, Gaga. I'm an entrepreneur. I'm an individual. That's what she spoke about. She spoke as the keynote speaker at South by Southwest. Big festival just happening hours from here in Shreveport over in Austin, Texas. Justin Bieber there. Opened the festival at Stubbs Barbecue with his friend Selena Gomez. So maybe his life's getting back in order. She's sober. She came out of addiction treatment. He's wacko, but working on his thing. But Lady Gaga's back. I have to say, she's had a rough year. Doritos sponsored her appearance when she performed the other night. Then on Thursday, she was on Jimmy Kimmel wearing a hat. Google search it, Mark, if you haven't seen it yet. It was a hat and clothing made of coffee filters. Almost beat the meat outfit. And then last night when she gave her keynote, she was wearing plastic sheets all bundled up. And she spoke about corporate sponsorship's okay because they're sponsoring you to allow you to be who you are as an individual. The music industry, hide Frank's ears if he's listening, the music industry sucks because they want to promote beauty and they want to promote popularity. They don't want you to be who you are. They want you to be who they want you to be because of what they think people want you to be. So she went on and on. Of course, she's had a bad release with Art Pop. Her sophomore album, I think, sold over 11 million copies the first year. Art Pop so far as an album has only sold 690,000 copies. But I'm pleased to say when I was in New York, I was talking to you and Mark over dinner with our friends. I said, do you think Lady Gaga has staying power? And both Vivian and your husband said, yes, she does. She's one of those artists that will last. And I think she's on the rise back. Just got to say, I love my Gaga.
I know you do, and she's cool. I'm not a huge fan, but she's cool, and I have issues with Madonna. I mean, I think, all of them. So, listen, we're at the 18-minute mark, and that's pushing it. You ready to close out?
Yes. Rick? Remind folks again, $1 million is yours, folks. If you can tell us what the B in Cafe B stands for.
Yes, and if there's more than one, then we'll do a randomly. So how long do they have?
I was just going to say, I think they've got 5 minutes to write us after they watch the video.
End of the month, Rick. They have the end of the month.
Okay. March 30 days has September, April, June, and November.
The end of the month. We don't have to. They'll know when it's the last day in March.
Oh, yeah, that's true. What does it matter if it's the 18th or the 29th? So. All right, Mark. You have a great day.
Bye. Thanks, everybody.
Bye, guys.
Grab a scone. Cafe's open.